Hello, everyone. So I'm trying to record on Panopto, and I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to take you on a tour from my office of some of the easy things for me, which are the intellectual property online agency websites. So come with me. I don't really know how this works. Hopefully it's going to record my desktop. So anyway, I was opening it here, but I'm going to go out to a new tab. Hopefully it's still recording. Yeah, I'm going to have to redo these every single year because, yeah, it's so ephemeral and everything changes. So this is just for you guys. So there's, in this area of the law, intellectual property, there's patents, trademarks, copyright are the main ones. There's also other things like trade secrets and trade dress, and there's design patents. There's a lot of stuff that I really don't even understand. So this is just the stuff I understand, the main stuff you get asked to do, you asked to pull. And so it's sort of a brief overview. And we really haven't gone into this in terms of legal research for IP. It is a little bit different because sometimes you have to actually do more scholarly research because you need to find scholarly articles, scientific research. So you'll have to learn how to do that, which is pretty much your typical academic research in different fields. So there's computer science, engineering, anything that you can do patents on. It's a lot of engineering and computer science. More engineering. So like petroleum engineering, electrical engineering, that kind of thing. So there's different levels too. So most of it is at the federal level, but there is some international level stuff. So I'm going to show you some of that, and hopefully I can combine this all in the same video. And I hope it's recording. It's just a little bit scary. We'll just start at the federal level. So there's the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, USPTO. And it's uspto.gov. They regularly update their searchability, and it's been a really long time since I worked in this area. So I'm not real familiar with their website, so bear with me. But there should be ways to actually go on their website and do searches for patents. I don't know if you can search for patent applications. That's what happens where a patent is going through what they call patent prosecution, where they're trying to get a patent. So it goes through a process. But you can get, when they finally get a registered patent, then that should be searchable. So everything is sort of in the public domain then. There are a lot of sort of pay services that offer this. I talked briefly to Mick about this. There's a lot of sort of value-added services in this area where you're searching to see if there's another patent, so which is very important, or another trademark. So there's a lot of other stuff, and that's beyond the scope of this class. And you would probably be best to actually work in a firm to learn those things. Or just watch a lot of YouTube videos. So I'm going to show patents. You can do a patent search, it looks like here. And then there's a lot of things that you can do here. So there is what's called a patent trial and appeal board. That's sort of that's like a trial level for patents where you want to appeal if you've been denied a patent, I believe. I may misspeak here, but I'm not going to put this on the internet because this is not really, patents are not really my area. So you can also search what's called assignments or record an assignment. So you wouldn't be recording an assignment, but you might be searching. So that's when I make a patent, but I want to assign it to my university, right? And so I will basically sign a document, and that way that gives notice to everyone who now owns the patent. So I may have the patent in my name, but I need to assign it to my employer. So you can search those. So we'll just take a look at the patent search. It does look like you can search for patents at PatFT and applications at AppFT. So I just want you to be aware of them. Oh, it doesn't look like it's changed very much at all. So you can see that it looks like some kind of like crazy Boolean searching. It's probably better to just go on Westlaw. Westlaw has patent databases. They probably have application databases. And I'm just making sure I missed a call. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. I don't know who that is. So I'm not very familiar with searching for patents this way. But if you do have a patent number, or an application number or some like definite information that will help you. I'm not that familiar with searching here. I just wanted you to know that it exists. And with the application, same thing. So you can search here. You can tell it's not like fancy. So for trademarks, a lot of times you have to search and see if there's already a trademark, or if there's already a registered trademark for what you want to do. It's pretty common, but that's usually not done like on this free. Usually there's like a value-added search that you're going to subscribe to if you do IP law, and you're going to do a search, or what they call a scan, and that's where you go out and you search to see if there's any trademarks already and they're sort of relevant for what you want to use your mark for. But you can search here. So these are free searches, so that might help. This has not changed very much either. You can mess around with this, but basically your basic word mark search, it's pretty easy. I'm going to search for Make America Great Again. And then submit query, and look, lots of people have applied for trademarks, and you can see that the reg number is one that's actually been that's one that this is searching like all the applications. That's one that is actually registered, and we'll see it was registered by Barry Stepler. So if you wanted to license this, you could contact him. And what has he... it usually tells you, so collectible coins, commemorative coins. So that's what he uses it for. It is a live trademark. So if you want to sell collectible coins and use that, you're going to have to deal with Mr. Stepler. I'm not going to get into the details of trademark law. If you're interested, just start doing some reading. But you should just know that this is here, and that this is a federal agency, the United States Patent and Trademark Office. And you can learn a lot here. There are also some guidance documents that are available here. All of the I guess learning and resources would be the best place. So let's do resources by audience: attorneys, agents, and paralegals. So there's patent procedures, the MPEP. That's one of the things that usually you'll have it in the print sort of desk book version. It is available here. It is the manual of patent examining procedure. And so it is free online here. And there's some other free, because it's in the public domain. Other publishers have actually created websites for it. I think these are probably the best. Let's look at publications. Yeah, a Gazette for patents. So one of the things they have to publish when the patents come out is in the official Gazette. Now you will be able to look this up on Westlaw as well, but these are the free resources. And you should be aware that these are out here. Researchers and librarians, let's see if they have, looks like you can contact them. So that's a really great thing. And there are resource centers. I didn't know about this. Let's also look at trademarks. They do have the laws and rules for trademarks. And they have the trademark manual of examining procedure. So this is just wanted to show you this. It's here. It's the free resource. States can issue trademarks, and there is some state copyright law. We'll talk about copyright in a separate. I may even do a separate video. It's just at a different agency, interestingly enough. So Texas has their trademark. They won't have patents, so patents are going to only be on the federal level. Trademarks, though, and service marks are going to be dealt with through the Texas Secretary of State. So you should know about this. Texas Secretary of State is a really good repository and access point for a lot of things that may be helpful to you as a librarian. And that is a lot of the business forms for filing business formation. So if you want to start an LLC in the state of Texas, the forms are going to be here. And then they keep trademarks here, as well as I believe this is where the Texas Register is going to be, and you're going to find the Texas Administrative Code and the prior versions, the free ones. So, and also registered agents. So if you're doing any kind of side work as well as being a librarian, if you are, evaluating client intake, or just having to find information about businesses, all of that registration is actually available through this SOS Direct. That's how we do it in Texas. I do think you have to sign up for an account. You may not, but to find this. It does say, patents and copyrights, we register state trade and service marks, but do not grant patents or register copyrights. Good to know, and they have links. So it does say marks used in connection with the sale of goods or provision of services in Texas may be registered with us. And it has the law and the registration, and the regulation that deals with it. It has the forms, right? And it has an FAQ. I'm trying to see where you register it, because I thought that there were, maybe the forms are all online. Yeah, trademark forms. They may be online now. Doesn't look like it. So it does have the rules here, and it does have the applications, how the fee schedule, the payment forms. It does seem like maybe you have to mail them in. But I'll just show you one. It's pretty simple. I used to do them. Let's see. You would think it'd have an online process now. The federal level is an online process, but nowadays, I guess they have other worries. But you can tell it has instructions. You can do this yourself. It's really meant to be done by a layperson, so you don't need an attorney to do it. And so you can fill out this info. You can see that's what it looks like. So that's one thing you should know. You can actually do a lookup. So on businesses through this website, you can do that via Westlaw and Lexis as well, but it's pricey to do business lookups. I think it's like $100 to pull that kind of information. Public records are, for some reason, expensive. I guess because there's a lot of money in it. But you can actually look here. So say I wanted to look up I want to look up access entity information. That's where it's going to be. So this is, I guess, what you want to do. Yeah, it's going to be $1 a search. So we're not going to really be able to search because I'm not going to put my credit card information in here. Let's see how far we can get into the site. Yeah, you have to log on. But it's a basic search. So you would just put in the business name and then it would give you results. Other states have the same kind of setup. A lot of times it is, you do have to set up an account. You may have to, you can log in as a temporary user. You can do web inquiries and place. So let's enter my name and address. I'm just going to register so you can see what this looks like. Yeah, you have to enter your credit card info. I'm not going to do that. Sorry, you guys. It's pretty simple. It's just a simple web form. But you should know that if you have to, you don't have to pay those big high dollar like money to find public record search. You can go individually to different states where you think the business does business, interacts business, or where it may be incorporated, and you can do a similar search. So this is kind of the dirty trick that all law librarians know. We can find out this information. Because businesses are typically required to file paperwork with states that they do business in, or at least that they're originated in, that they're incorporated in. So I think that's it. There is an international organization for patents. And I think it does trademarks as well. Yeah, and it's WIPO. I always pronounce it WIPO, but I've heard WIPO, which I can't get into that. I don't really know much about it, except that I really want to take these courses about international copyright through them. They do a lot of, and I think they have like a student discount. So if you're interested in any kind of intellectual property, they do these nice online courses. They are usually about $300-$400, but I do think they have a student rate. So that's the one thing I know about them. Yeah, training. So they also do copyright. Yeah, but I don't know if they have. I did recently hear, and I think I posted on the site that they do have this new free patent search. And maybe a trademark search, I can't remember, but you can at least get to all of the treaties and the laws via here. And I believe, it's WIPO Lex. You can search international treaties and national laws, which is really helpful because we don't have a lot of access to international law. So if it's international IP law, here is a free access point. So it even does case law. So this is really, really cool. It's a very rare thing for us to have access to. It's just a cool thing, I think. Once again, I won't go into depth about intellectual property law, but if you are interested in it, it does have its own sort of, it is a specialty area that a librarian could specialize in. It does seem like there's a lot of jobs for people who know how to work their way around this. So I think that's everything I have about that. And I think I'll do copyright separate. So I'm just going to stop